Good Thursday afternoon to everyone. This is Daniel Crawley with the Foothills Weather Network, and kind of give you a quick update on what's going on today. But the main part of this video is to give you a look at what's going on for the weekend potentially, and even going in beyond that, as a significant pattern change looks to be occurring across the region. Showing you today's visible satellite image, and of course, if you've been outside, the low clouds have been socked in all day. Easterly flow, thanks to an area of high pressure over the mid-Atlantic and Pennsylvania, has delivered easterly winds at the low levels, and it has allowed a lot of clouds to hang tough today. Of course, our original forecasts were for temperatures to be up into the 80s, and it's looking like that's not going to happen, as this low-level moisture has been very stubborn. Showing you what's going on here currently, and this is as of about 1:20 p.m. Temperatures are in the low to mid-70s, plenty of clouds, and even some light rain and drizzle across the foothills and western Piedmont. We'll widen out the view a little bit and take these temperatures off, and you can see basically what was an old frontal boundary is to our south, and with the high pressure to our north is directing those easterly winds into the region, and it's providing a cooler, much cooler day across the western Carolinas. High temperatures at this time of the year usually are in the upper 80s to around 90s, so we're looking at a good 15 or so degrees below normal. Maybe later in the afternoon we might see some hints of sunshine. It might allow temperatures to get up into the upper 70s. Right now everything's holding pretty tough, so I would not at all be surprised if we stay in the mid-70s. Now this all is kind of the start of a pattern change that we expect when we're going on starting this weekend and heading into next week. Showing you the computer model right here, what's going on aloft. We have a upper low and trough that's getting ready to dive down into the northern tier of the country. This is tomorrow morning, and this will gradually move to the south and east, and that's going to help pick up some moisture. It's going to help increase our rain chances as we head into Friday and Saturday. There's also going to be a coastal low that's going to run up the east coast and deliver a pretty murky weekend for parts of New England. So if you're heading up to that part of the country, be prepared for some potential rain. New York, Boston, up into Maine and other areas there in New England. What's going to happen, and we're heading into Sunday, and you can kind of see this upper low is dropping south toward the southern Appalachian region. One reason why that is occurring is we have high pressure aloft over the Four Corners region. We also have a blocking high over Hudson Bay, and it's extending into the northwest Atlantic. So this upper low really can't go anywhere. It just has to drop south. And by the time we get to Monday, this upper low is firmly across the southeast. And any time in the summertime when you deal with an upper low, it can bring cloudy, unsettled weather, chance of showers and thunderstorms. So that's really the theme that's going to be coming up over the next few days. We do not right now expect anything excessive as far as rainfall at this time, but shower and storm chances will definitely increase through the weekend. What we'll have to watch is after this time frame, heading into the first part of next week or the middle of next week, do certain areas start picking up repetitive rainfall events that could potentially lead to some water and hydro issues down the road. But right now, with the ground fairly dry, considering June and July has not been a whole lot of rain on average, this first initial couple of days of this rain event or pattern that we're looking at, we feel the ground will be able to handle it pretty well. But once we get later into it, then we have to worry more and more about potential hydro issues. Anytime in the summer when you're dealing with an upper low, you got tropical moisture from the Atlantic and Gulf getting involved. So rainfall can be heavy at times. So if you have any plans this weekend or going into the early part of next week, don't cancel them right now. Just keep an eye on the weather, keep an eye on us, and we will try to get you through whatever it may happen through the next few days. This upper low continues to be stubborn, and it's only going to drop slowly to the south. So our region is going to continue to see southerly winds at several layers of the atmosphere, and it's going to mean a active weather pattern. So just kind of keep an eye on things. Maybe toward the end of the forecast period, this upper low begins to weaken, but there are some indications that this new upper feature that will be dropping from Canada down into the northern plains may actually try to reinforce the upper low further south. That's something we'll keep an eye on, and that's outside the 7-day forecast period. So we'll kind of get into that a little bit later when time allows. showing you what's going on with potential for precipitation. And here's precipitation starting tomorrow afternoon. As you can see, some light precip across the area potentially as showers and thunderstorms will begin to increase. Then as we head through the weekend, you will see that the rainfall totals on general will increase. As we get into, say, Sunday morning, there's a good chance that a good part of our coverage area is going to see anywhere between a ½ inch to maybe 1 inch of rain. That is a total cumulative precipitation from now until Sunday. Some areas will see more, some areas will see less, but overall you can see the pattern is increasing for rainfall chances. As we continue to go into Monday and going into Tuesday and Wednesday, the theme is for more and more rainfall potential across the area. So once we start getting into this day 5 and 6 range in the forecast, it's possible that most areas in our coverage area can see anywhere from 2 to 2.5 inches of rain. Hopefully, again, it won't all come at once. We don't expect it to, but once you start getting further and further into the forecast period, the concern for potential flash flooding may occur. So that's really what we're looking at with this video update. A pattern change after we've dealt with a lot of warm weather in the last few weeks. We're getting back into a more active weather pattern as we head into next week. And honestly, by looking at it, it's in a lot of ways similar to what we dealt with back in April and May. Hopefully, we're not dealing with the same flooding issues that we had back then. So we'll keep an eye on it. And, of course, anytime that we see anything that's of interest, we'll definitely let you know what's going on. As always, our forecasts are updated. We'll have it our 7-day updated here a little bit later this afternoon. And, you know, just keep an eye on the weather. And if showers and thunderstorms impact your area, just remember these storms most of the time are 15, 20-minute storms, and then they move out. So if you have outdoor plans, don't cancel them. Just have an alternate plan in place. So that's an update on what's going on with the weather. Again, for the rest of today, skies are going to remain cloudy, and they will struggle to make their way up through the 70s. Then storm chances increase tomorrow and through the weekend, heading into next week as well as we have a pattern change across the region.